Good morning, everybody. Back for another video today. This is your boy Tuck, and I'm gonna make a video today about how the victim card ruined African Americans. And we're speaking current times at this point, man. I know this is a touchy subject. Um, this subject is very touchy, man. And kind of for a disclaimer, when I say the victim card it ruined African Americans, we're not talking about 50 years ago and 80 years ago and stuff, man. Um, that's not what we're talking. We're talking about current day, you know, current times. You know what I'm saying? Over time, last 30 years, 40 years. Um, the victim card. So you know, I want to. There's a lot of that going on. There's a lot of people that talk about, you know, don't be a victim, don't be a professional victim. There's people that also kind of talk about, okay, well, it's a structural, system that's put us in this position and stuff like that, man. So I want to get into that a little bit, man. I'm not making this video to like piss anybody off or um, I don't hate myself, nothing, of course, I do not at all. Trust and believe, okay? But I just want to touch on what I think, my thoughts on it, man. Now, there is, in comparison, right? You look at, there's a lot of, in America itself, and even in the world, there's a lot of different ethnic groups that's gone through things, right? That's what I want to start out with. I mean, you look at the Jewish population, the atrocities that they've gone through. Um, at one point in time, Irish and Italians weren't even considered white at all, right? They were considered like beasts. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you got the Native Americans, right? Um, they they have all gone through some shit as well. So I want to say Black Americans are not the only ones that's over um, a certain amount of time that's gone through some stuff. Now, I know what's going to happen now. I'm going to get combated with, well, um, they all have something in common that we don't have. We got black skin. It's easy to point us out, right? Okay, I'm gonna give you that. I'm gonna give you that, man, right? But I'm gonna combat that with something. I'm gonna combat that with something, man. Um, Here's what I'm gonna say to that. Okay, Africans that come over here don't have that mindset. Caribbeans that come over here don't have that mindset. Now, in their countries, like in the Caribbean back in the day, if you want to go back 1800s, they had that shit. They had the slave trade and all that shit going on, just like we did here in Africa. It's all kind of shit going on in that continent. But when they come here, they don't have the same uh, victim mindset that we have here that we've grown up with. And I think there's multiple reasons why. Again, this isn't to blame, this isn't to point fingers. I'm just trying to break down in what I think about it, man. You know, I think a lot of it is a lot of that stuff to the now generation that was passed down. A lot of that victim mentality was passed down to the next generations of stuff that us as American blacks have to put up with. Things like you got to work twice as hard to get ahead. Stuff like that. Um, stuff like you gotta when you go outside, you gotta be careful because those folks are looking at you as a target, right? Just crazy, stuff like that. When you go to work, um, you're gonna get overlooked on certain things and all this stuff. And no, we can't go to college. We don't got the money to go to college. We live in the hood. We're stuck here. We can't move out of here, right? There's a mentality that you got it, we got it worse than everybody else. It's a mentality that I just don't understand it. I don't believe it. I think it's uh, psychological warfare almost. And I might sound crazy saying all this shit, but I'm gonna go along and say everything I'm saying anyway, man. It's a war, it's psychological warfare, and I think you are holding yourself back. Now, when I was in the military, man, I had so many African friends. I had so many friends from the Caribbean, and one thing that I can conclude is that they did not have that same um, mentality, man. You know, those African and Caribbean brothers and sisters that I met in the military, and I spent 20 years in the military, so this is some of the examples that I can use. They are family first, really family first. It's ingrained. It's ingrained in their like DNA in their societies where they are from. Their family comes first, man. And I asked them questions. When you came over here, did you face any discrimination or racism, or what do you feel about that? What came here? And a lot of them are like, man, coming into America was the best thing that I could have ever done, man. Like there's so much in this country that you can pursue and take advantage of, and and all this type of stuff. And they're just like, man, I don't understand. One of the boys said, I don't understand like the mentality of a lot of American blacks. One of my really good friends, bro, one of my really good friends I was stationed with in Hawaii, he asked me, man, he said, man, look, Chuck, I gotta ask you a question, right? And I said, yo, what's the question, man? He said, why do you guys, included me, I'm an American black, right? So I'm in that pool of people. He said, why do you guys call each other the N word, man? I said, huh? No, bro. Like he said, when I first got here, he had been in this country about 3 years. Like I said, he was in the military at the time. He said, when I got here, uh, I always seen people, a lot of black people, call each other the N word, man, and I got upset. It pissed me off, he said. It made me mad, bro. He said, I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. I do not understand your culture. That's crazy. He said, in my country, in Burkina Faso, if somebody calls somebody that word, they better really be ready for it. These are, and Burkina Faso is pretty much an all black country, right? If somebody called somebody the N word in that country, you was gonna get your head beat in. That was deep to me. I said, wow, wow. So he was like, man, like, do you guys hate yourselves? Do you hate each other? He said, that is the craziest thing, man. How you black Americans, you guys got it good, bro, compared to us. You guys got it good. And you guys are sitting around calling each other the N word. What the hell's going on here? It made me think. I said, oh, wow. I never really even thought of it on that level. So that was one big thing that he brought to my eyes, man. And I said, well, you got an outstanding point right there. And he also brought up, man, you guys got the opportunity of a lifetime being born here, and you guys got so many. You just gotta want it, man. He said, I don't understand why you guys think you guys are getting held back. He said, it's in the mind, man. It don't make no damn sense to me. It's in your mind. It just don't make any sense. I don't understand it. And this is from one of my brothers in the Navy, man, from Burkina Faso, one of my best friends in the world to this day. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna keep it a buck, man. Most of the Africans, Caribbeans too, but more so the Africans. A lot of those guys I befriended, and became really good friends with, they do got a different mentality than us. You know, I'll say this, they're kind of tribal. They can be tribal. A lot of the Africans, they're on the ship. I hate to bring the Navy and make this, but it's the examples support my argument, right? A lot of those guys, they always eat together. They do their thing together. They're at each other's houses. They support each other in the military. They help each other out. But if you break in, I won't say break in, but if you're a good dude, man, and you break into that group, man, they got your back. They got your back. They're not trying to drag you down like I've seen some of the other people that I serve with that look like myself will try to cut you at the ankles, man, and make themselves look good. These African brothers got you. You know what I mean? So that thing to me was that was so surprising, and it happened over and over and over again. But he did say, man, the I think to move forward in the story, I think we are at a time now to where you just can't keep saying, you just can't keep on using this excuses, man, of not being able to get ahead. I really don't think that you can. I'm not going to get into DEI and all this other stuff. Affirmative action, that's a whole nother video. That's a whole nother conversation right there. There's some good things that were in those, that took place. But right now we're just talking about the victim mentality, right? Um, man, I just think, man, take control of your life, man. Take control of your life. Um, Cops out here ain't trying to just arrest you and uh, you know, do this, do A, B, and C because you're black. That's not happening. Okay, and the majority of the time this stuff is going on is because motherfuckers doing some fucked up shit. Motherfuckers doing some shit they ain't supposed to do. That's for real. Motherfucker is doing some shit they are not supposed to do. Now I'm not supposed to say that. I'm not supposed to say that, but I'm just telling the truth. One of the problems that we have as black folks, I know I'm gonna have some people call me the word. That's okay. I'm just telling the truth. Okay. A lot of people that say that go into that stuff will overlook what that individual was doing and just jump to, oh, this cop's trying to do A, B, and C. 90% of those guys you see on the news, if something fucked up happened to them, they put themselves in that position. They put themselves in that position. Think about it and look at each situation, man. Things happen. There's some shit that should not have happened. I guarantee it. Those are bad apples. There are some bad cops out there. Those are some bad apples right there. Just like in any other job that you have. Just like in any other job that you have, man. But this victim shit, man, that shit gotta stop, man. That shit gotta stop, bro. You're not gonna ever be productive, man, in society with that mentality. You ain't gonna ever be productive. Your kids aren't gonna be productive. You gotta retrain our minds, bro. Gotta retrain our minds, man. And I mean, I don't want to say we need to adopt the mindset of a lot of Africans and Caribbeans that come over here, but damn, we could learn something from them. We can learn something from 'em. Some of them that come here, they get indoctrinated into the crap that we got going on here, and they spin into those Olympics too. But for the majority of them, they don't have that complex, man. I know a lot of them. They don't have that complex. They don't have that complex. They come here and they take care of fucking business and get the shit done. I salute them brothers and sisters. I love them dearly. So to end this video, um, I might get 10 views, might get 30, whatever it is, man. But somebody learned something off of what I'm saying. Somebody uh, got a rebuttal of what I'm saying, which I'm sure they will. Sure they will. I know I'm not opposed to being critically broken down. I get ad hominem attacks as well. It's okay. I don't do ad hominem attacks myself though. I just speak facts, and if you beat me out on it, you beat me out on it. You got me. Salute to you. But I'm gonna end with that, man. That's this victim crazy. It's got to stop, bro. It's got to stop. I don't raise my kids like that. I don't raise mine like that. Anyhow, you guys have a good rest of your day. Boy out.